They are gas stations in the sky. The 157th Air Refueling Wing at Pease plays a key role in aerial refueling by refueling military aircraft mid-flight. It allows planes heading overseas to fly for hours without landing.
The biggest difference is the KC-46A Pegasus is a refuelable aircraft, so we're able to take on fuel and offload fuel. Some of the other differences are this aircraft has communications that were purposely built, so we're able to communicate at a greater extent than we were with the 135.
The old fleet of tankers, the KC-135, have been flying since the 1950s and remain in operation at most other bases. Pease is the first Guard unit in the country to obtain the 46A Pegasus. It is worth $250 million per plane. Pease has 12 in its fleet. That amounts to $3 billion on this tarmac.
Pease was chosen for a variety of reasons. Our strategic location was definitely a plus. The fact that we had an active duty associate unit here at Pease.
We boarded the KC-46 Pegasus for a mission with members of the group ESGR, Employer Support of Guard and Reserve. The goal of this business group is to allow employers of servicemen and women to view military operations and activities so they can see what it is their employees are doing when they are called to serve.
This program of bringing employers up on an aircraft shows the employer that they're valued to the service member, because everyone that goes up on an aircraft has been nominated by a service member. And so not only is the employer valued, but at the end of the day, the employer understands the value that that service member brings to their business as well.
You can't imagine the size of this aircraft until you get inside. It is capable of carrying 65,000 pounds of cargo and more than 200,000 pounds of fuel. This Boeing aircraft is combat ready, equipped with defense systems that protect the tanker from guided missiles and other threats. The boom operator sits in front of a screen at the front of the aircraft and needs 3D glasses. We are not permitted to show the images on the screen, but we all had a chance to watch the refueling as it happened.
We got 2 more.
Now it's all done through 3D cameras. So it's a lot different.
Sergeant Rogers flew the old KC-135 tankers. He admits the 46A tankers are superior.
It's comfortable. I'm an older guy. I have older eyes at 47, so like the remote vision system for the refueling works a lot better for me. Much easier to make contacts at night. It carries more people and comfort.
From the flight deck, we had an excellent view of the 46A Pegasus receiving fuel. No 3D glasses are necessary for this experience. We observed the tanker positioned directly above our aircraft as the operators on that tanker lowered the boom and made contact. The fuel is offloaded, this training mission complete. We sat in the cockpit as pilots guided the KC-46 tanker back to Pease.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
A routine trip for members of the 157th, but for us and the business folks on board, it was a very cool experience. Sean Gill is one of dozens of reserve members who work at Southern New Hampshire University. He invited his boss, Peter Chase, on the flight.
Phenomenal. The technology is unbelievable, and the professionalism of the crew and the people is amazing.
And once I enlisted, they were so supportive. It was shockingly easy to transition from what I was doing into the military and then coming back to work.
Kevin Ryder is 19 years old and a freshman at UNH. He plans to make the Air Force his career.
Learn to work with a team. It's awesome to work with a team, and just how much you can get if you give back.
One time, Pease Air Force Base was home to 10,000 active duty personnel. The feds shut the base down in 1991. Today, Pease serves as home for both the active duty members of the 64th Air Refueling Squadron and the reserve personnel.
Look at the people that stay, who go from active duty and come and join the 157th here in New Hampshire once they've been here. It's just a place that people want to be, and I think that's a testament to the mission, but it's also a testament to, I think, the great leaders and the great airmen that we have out here at Pease.